Okay, after you have added students, I'm planning on breaking this down and writing down like chapters for this video so you guys can skip around. If I didn't do that, I apologize on behalf of my future self. Assuming you've added content, you've assigned content to every kid, you'll want to go into your teacher edition. Here's the one for math. You'll need to find one that says math or class management. And you'll need to add that student to your particular class that you made. If you recall, we just went through how to make a class. Well, once that class is made, it's still going to be empty until you add your students, which you just assign content to. I'm going to repeat that because it's confusing. You have to assign the book to them. That's the thing I was just showing you a moment ago. But then you also have to add them to your specific class, as far as I know. So here, you can click Add Student, and you can look for kids who've been assigned the math books, or you might need to search for them again. Oops. And we'll see Maya and her 127 username pop up. And if that's who we want in our classroom, you'll click her name, and you will click Save, and that will add her right up here to your classroom list. And again, you'll have to go through, as far as I know, and do this for every single student. I can't say enough times. I could be wrong. It worked for me, but I felt like I took like the longest way possible to do it. So this is the best that I know. Next up, we've redeemed our content, we've created classes, we've added students to those classes. Now let's talk about passwords. This is probably the quickest and easiest one. So for passwords, I'm going to go to Wonders because that's the easiest place for me to find them. If you go to your Wonders Teacher Edition, after you've added all of your students, click on your Teacher Edition, and you look at class details, and you should see a list of your students, assuming you have added them, and you'll see something that says Print Passwords. We're not going to really print the passwords, but watch what happens when I click it. You'll see something downloaded, and when you click on that download, you see all of your students' passwords. This is their simplified login. When I told you to click Simplified Login earlier, when you created your class, this is why. So now, instead of Logan having a password like 52957 or 00002020, his password to get into McGraw-Hill ConnectEd is just 5 banana circle. Most of my kids remember those really well, but I understand they're older, so it might be easier for them. So if your kids can't remember those very well, you can print this out. If you hover your mouse to the upper right corner, you'll see a print icon, and you can print these out, cut them up, tape them to students' pencil boxes or whatever it is that you have in your classroom. I feel so isolated from everyone that I don't even know how your classrooms look, but I'm sure there's somewhere you could tape this or keep it for yourself. I don't know. And you can print as many copies as you want, of course, until we run out of paper. So that's where the passwords are. The last thing I'm going to mention to you guys right now, this is a bonus, is how to get the kids to find the page that allows them to log on. So if you want them to get on to ConnectEd, if you're saying like, hey, there's an activity I want you to do on ConnectEd Math, play a math game, and you want them to get there. This is probably more for 2nd and 3rd grade than KN1, but I don't know. I'll show you anyway. I have a link that I can send to you that I have saved in my Google Classroom. It's this one right here. That when I click it, it takes me to this page. Watch. It takes me to the ConnectEd login page. Somehow I got myself there, and once I was there, I saved the link so I can get back there whenever I want. And here's what we see on the login page right now. These top 4 classes are mine. They say 4th grade ELA, which is what I named my class. 4th grade math, 5th grade math, 5th grade wonders. There's a chance that we only need one of these, but I made 4, and it is what it is. So I see Michelle has 2 classes. I don't know if they're for this year or whether they're old ones. If they're old ones, I can teach you how to remove them. And Mrs. Chelman actually had a number of classes on here that I was able to get in and remove with her password. But I don't have Mrs. Noe's or Mrs. Stark's passwords, so their classes will live on probably forever. But if you can, I'll send you this link. If kids can get to this page, all they'll have to do is pick their picture. So maybe pick one that's different from what you see here. So my kids, if they wanted to go to 4th grade math, they would click on the volleyball, or excuse me, that's a beach ball for regular humans. They would find their name. Let's say we're going to Mason. And all they would have to do is click on their 3 things. So if Mason was 3 banana triangle, then he would click 3 banana triangle and click login. And it would take him to ConnectEd. Okay, that one's pretty straightforward. If you do the simplified login, that will take them to the main ConnectEd login page they'll be in. That's the only password I need my kids to have is this. I know that we've been given documents that are asking for like numeric passwords and these other things. I have not had to use them. I've only had to use this as long as I can get them to the as long as I can get them to this page. Okay, this is a long video and I'm sorry. If any of it helped, I'm glad. If it didn't help, I'm sorry. Like I have been trying to say, I'm not trying to avoid helping you guys. It's just I feel bad because I know so little about ConnectEd, and the little I know seems painstakingly slow. So it is what it is, I guess, is the saying going around. So hopefully this can point in the right direction. If you have any questions, you can write back, you can ignore me, whatever, it's all good. There we go.